खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा प्योर मसाला।
Simple terms. The Russians have clearly warned America thus far and no further. And if you think that we will do nothing when there is an existential regime to one of our very close allies, Iran, well then you are barking up the wrong tree. And they have supplied Kinzhal hypersonic missiles to Iran, with the help of which these Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, with its own hypersonic missiles, Iran can sink the Abraham Lincoln and many capital ships. And look at the media disaster that would be. Donald Trump doesn't want to put boots on the ground. He can't afford to. Not in Iran. Not in Iran, not even in Venezuela. So he wants a quick, easy, telematic victory. Looks damn good on television. You know, quick in, quick out. But in Iran, if he attacks Iran, he is going to get into a battle of attrition for which the United States is simply not prepared. It lacks the industrial capacity. Let me explain. The production capacity of the Patriot missiles, which are needed for air defense, missile defense, is about 550 to 600 per year. Russia can produce 800 Kinzhal missiles a year. To stop every Kinzhal missile, you will need 2 Patriot missiles. You don't have the capacity even for Ukraine. So can you do it for Ukraine? Can you do it for Iran? And what if China decides this is the best time to go for Taiwan then? Will you be able to protect Taiwan? Will you be able to protect American bases in the Pacific?
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
High Court tells Mamata government to hand over land to BSF for India-Bangladesh border fencing by 31st of March. Republic Bangla spoke to the locals in Bengal along the Indo-Bangladesh border, exposing Mamata's attempts to shield infiltrators. Farmers along the Indo-Bangladesh border speak to Republic as they highlight atrocities committed by Bangladeshis crossing the border illegally. Ruling party defends the Chief Minister Mamata shirking off responsibility of fencing the borders to Union Home Minister Amit Shah and the BSF. On This Is Exclusive, we take you straight to India's international border, where the fight is no longer just against infiltration, but against delay, denial and deliberate obstruction. This is the West Bengal border fencing issue, a matter of national security now turning into a complete battle between the people on the ground and the state government in Kolkata. Republic, in fact, has accessed more exclusive videos from the ground, bringing you first-hand testimonies of farmers and landowners who live just a few meters away from the international border. Now, these are not political voices. These are voices from the frontier. Locals tell Republic they are ready to give their land for border fencing, and that too willingly. They're saying this all openly, and they say that they are doing it for the nation. But they allege that the state government is unwilling to take it from them. Farmers say fencing has not been delayed, not because land is unavailable, but because the price being offered by the state is shockingly low, making fair land acquisition absolutely impossible. Landowners allege that non-cooperation by the state administration, stalled paperwork and prolonged silence, even as national security remains at stake. Many claim their livelihoods are suffering. Access to their own land is blocked. Daily movement is restricted, and yet no solution is being offered. What is even more serious is that locals are now alleging a conspiracy by the Mamata Banerjee government to deliberately stall the land procurement process by quoting rates that they say are unacceptable and unrealistic. Despite repeated appeals, despite clear willingness from the farmers, the fencing remains incomplete. And remember, this is happening after the Calcutta High Court's order. While files, affidavits and statements move slowly in offices, Republic is reporting directly from the international border, because ground reality cannot be hidden behind just paperwork. Tonight, they expose it. The reality that we are going to show you, and this is beyond the official claims that have been made, with voices from the border and facts from the front lines. This is not politics. This is not paperwork. This is about India's borders and India's security. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, for the longest time, West Bengal government has essentially been maintaining that this is an issue that should be dealt with the center. And the fact of the matter is this, that we are talking about porous borders and the need for fencing, something that other states have already worked upon, particularly the northeastern states. But what happens on the ground as far as West Bengal is concerned? Take a look at this report.
Delays in the name of administrative processes will no longer be tolerated. This is what the Calcutta High Court makes very clear today, as firm directions were issued to the West Bengal government to hand over land already acquired for fencing along the India-Bangladesh border to the border security forces by the 31st of March 2026.
हाल ही में कोलकाता उच्च न्यायालय ने पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार को एक कड़ा निर्देश दिया कि सीमा सुरक्षा बल बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स के द्वारा भारत बांग्लादेश सीमा पर, जिसमें तकरीबन 9 जिले पश्चिम बंगाल के आते हैं, वहां फेंसिंग के काम के लिए जो भूमि आवंटन की प्रक्रिया थी वो तत्काल करके 31 मार्च 2026 तक सूचित की जाए.
With this move, the Calcutta High Court has thrown a curveball to Chief Minister Mamata's alleged border conspiracy ploy. Republic Bangla uncovers and attests to BJP's prior reports of how Mamata wasn't ready to hand over the land, purportedly to shield infiltrators. In fact, locals claim measurements are now done, but the land lay barren as West Bengal government did not seem willing to move with the acquisition.
সমস্যা বলতে ওনারা আসছেন, মাপজোক করছেন বারবার, অথচ কোনো জমি জায়গা নিচ্ছেন না। আবার আমাদেরকে বলছেন ফসল লাগাতে নিষেধ করছেন, ফসল লাগানো হচ্ছে না, জমি পতিত পড়ে থাকছে। এর আগে একবার ফসল হলো, সেই ফসল ওরা নষ্ট করে আবার মাপজোক করলো। বিভিন্ন রকম সমস্যা চলছে। আমরা দেশের সুরক্ষার জন্য আমাদের সামান্যতম জমি দিয়ে যদি আমরা শান্তিতে বসবাস করতে পারি, আমরা জমি দিব। এবং ন্যায্য মূল্যে সরকার যদি নেয় তাহলে আমরা দিতে প্রস্তুত আছি। বারবার করে আসছে, মাপজোক করছে, এই সেই হচ্ছে, জমি নিচ্ছে না, আজকাল করে চলেই যাচ্ছে সময়।
And as for the people, they insist on fighting against the Mamata government to get the fencing done. Farmers seem to echo the sentiment as they speak to Republic of the atrocities inflicted by infiltrators crossing over, emphasizing on how the safety of the nation ought to come first.
আমরা চাইছি যে দেশের সুরক্ষার জন্য জমি দিতে আমরা সকলেই প্রস্তুত, কারণ বাংলাদেশিরা এসে আমাদের জমি জায়গায় যে অত্যাচার রাত্রেবেলা করে, ধান কেটে নিয়ে যায়, আরও অন্যান্য ফসল শাকসবজি যেটা করি আমরা বর্ডার সাইডে, সেটাও উঠিয়ে নিয়ে যায় ওরা। কিন্তু তার কাটা বেড়াটা হয়ে গেলে আমাদের সুরক্ষা হয়ে যাবে, আমরা চাচ্ছি প্রস্তুত।
এলাকার নাম হচ্ছে যোধকুমি মজাপড়ে। এটা আমার তো যোধকুমিতে পারি না, সিঙ্গাবাদে পারি। আমার কিছুটা তার বাড়ার ভিতরে জমি পড়েছে, মাপজোক করেছে, কিন্তু নিয়ে যাচ্ছে না। মাপজোক করে সব কিছু কাগজপত্র নিয়ে গেছে, কারণ হচ্ছে তার বাড়াটা হতে গেলে আমরা সুরক্ষিত থাকবো। আমরা তো সরকারকে জমি দিতে রাজি আছি, ন্যায্য দাম পেতে গেলে দিতে আমাদের অসুবিধা নেই। হ্যাঁ, এই দেশের সুরক্ষার জন্য আমরা কৃষকরা সবাই জমি দিতে প্রস্তুত। আমরা চাইছি যে জমিটা নিয়ে নে। কাটাটা না থাকতে সমস্যা বলতে কি, ধান চালের অবস্থা খারাপ হচ্ছে, মাঝে মধ্যে মাপতে আসছে তখন ধানের ক্ষতি করে দিয়েছে। ওদের কথা, ওরাও অত্যাচার করে না।
These claims of the BJP were not without retorts.
ভারত বাংলাদেশ সীমান্তের বিস্তীর্ণ এলাকায় উত্তর 24 পরগনা, যেখানে কাঁটাতার নেই, আর যেখান দিয়ে অনায়াসে চলে যেতে পারে দুষ্কৃতীরা ভারত থেকে বাংলাদেশ এবং বাংলাদেশ থেকে ভারতে। ঠিক আমি যেখানে দাঁড়িয়ে রয়েছি একদম ভারতের মধ্যে, ঠিক গ্রাউন্ড সীমানায়, গ্রাউন্ড জিরো বলা চলে, তার কারণ এখান থেকে ঢিল ছুড়লেই চলে যাবে বাংলাদেশ। আর এই বিস্তীর্ণ এলাকা জুড়ে যেখান দিয়ে কাঁটাতার নেই, কোথাও যেখানে কাঁটাতার আছে, কোথাও নষ্টের মুখে আছে কাঁটাতার, যেখানে কাঁটাতার দীর্ঘদিন ধরে দেওয়া যাচ্ছে না, কেন্দ্র রাজ্য সংঘাত রয়েছে। রাজ্য সরকার জমি দিচ্ছে না বলে কেন্দ্র সরকারের পক্ষ থেকে কাঁটাতার দেওয়া সম্ভব হচ্ছে না। বারবার করে কেন্দ্রের পক্ষ থেকে রাজ্য সরকারকে জমি দেওয়ার জন্য, সহযোগিতা করবার জন্য অনুরোধ করা হচ্ছে, কিন্তু রাজ্য সরকার কোনোভাবেই কর্ণপাত করছে না। মাঝে মধ্যে যতটুকু তারা দিচ্ছেন, তারপরে আবার সেখানে দাঁড়িয়ে তারা আবার আটকে যাচ্ছেন। স্বাভাবিকভাবেই এলাকার সীমান্তবর্তী এলাকার সাধারণ মানুষ তারা বিপাকের মধ্যে রয়েছেন, তারা বিপদের মধ্যে রয়েছেন, তারা আশঙ্কায় রয়েছেন। যে কোনো মুহূর্তে কোনো বড়সড় যদি কোনো দুর্ঘটনা ঘটে যায় তাহলে তার দায়ভার কে নেবে? স্বাভাবিকভাবেই তারা চাইছেন যে দ্রুত কাঁটাতার দেওয়া হোক সীমান্তবর্তী এলাকাগুলোতে।
The TMC remained defiant, saying it is Home Minister Amit Shah and BSF who are responsible for the fencing.
স্বরাষ্ট্রমন্ত্রী অমিত শাহ ইনি নিজে বিএসএফ এর মালিক হয়ে, বিএসএফ এর নিয়ন্ত্রক হয়ে কিভাবে অনুপ্রবেশ করতে হচ্ছে বাংলায়, তার উত্তর তো ওনাকে দিতে হবে। নিজেরা অনুপ্রবেশ করিয়ে বাংলার মুখ্যমন্ত্রীকে ভারতবর্ষের রাজনৈতিক মানচিত্রে মেলাইন করার যে চক্রান্ত ওনারা করতে চাইছেন, বাংলার মানুষ 26-এ তার মুখে ঝামা বসে এটার প্রমাণ করবে।
But with the court's order now coming in, the Mamata government can no longer continue to put national security on the back seat. This is no longer about politics and neither paperwork. This call by the Calcutta High Court, this is about India's borders and India's security.
Well, in fact, let me also take you through more testimonies. The reason why these testimonies become even more crucial is because there is one version that you've essentially heard from the state government itself as to why there are essentially difficulties in carrying out the fencing issues. And more importantly, why it hasn't been done so far. Is it yet another tussle between the state government and the centre? What role do the locals really have on this entire issue? In fact, we have spoken to more people living in the Indo-Bangladesh border who have reiterated the immediate need for fencing. They have basically highlighted their fear, saying they always live in a state of constant fear, and that's exactly how it has been for years put together. Now listen in to what the locals in that very area had to tell our reporters on the ground.
পরিস্থিতি মোটামুটি দিনের বেলা একটু শান্ত থাকি, কিন্তু রাত্রেবেলাতে তেমন একটা শান্ত থাকি না। কারণ আতঙ্কে আছি, কারণ রোহিঙ্গারা যেভাবে আসছে বা যাচ্ছে, কি কোত্থেকে কি করবে কি না করবে, কখন কি হচ্ছে কি না হচ্ছে, আর এখন তো বাংলাদেশের অবস্থা খুব খারাপ। সেইভাবে মানে আমরা মানে একটু রাত্রেবেলার দিকে একটু আতঙ্কে থাকি। তার তো কাটা মানে তার কাটা তো দরকারই অবশ্যই। তার কাটা এমনভাবে দরকার মানে যাতে কোনো কিছু এটা পিঁপড়ি পর্যন্ত যাতে না আসতে পারে বা না যেতে পারে, এরকমভাবে তার কাটার দরকার।
কোনো কোনো জায়গায় তার কাটা নেই, কোনো কোনো জায়গায় তার কাটা নষ্ট হয়ে গেছে। নষ্ট হয়ে গেলে পর সেখানে বাঁশ টাস দিয়ে এদিক সেদিক করতেছে বিএসএফে, যাওয়া কোনটা চেষ্টা করতেছে আটকাবার, কিন্তু এইভাবে কত সময় কী হবে? পার্মানেন্ট তার কাটা দরকার, বা তার কাটার ওখান দিয়ে সব সময়ের জন্য লক্ষ্য রাখা দরকার আছে, কোথায় কোন জায়গায় তার কাটার সমস্যা আছে সেটাকে মানে করা দরকার আছে, না হলে বিপদ হবে। তবে আমরা বর্ডারে খুব একটা ভালো নেই, সব সময়ের জন্য আতঙ্কের মধ্যে থাকতে হয়, সব সময়, দিন রাত 24 ঘন্টার ভিতর। তো দিনে তো একটু দেখতে পারি, রাত্রিবেলা কী হবে।
Well, in fact, let me take you through the details of the story that has been pieced together by my colleague Kishalai and the entire team of Republic Bangla. Kishalai is joining us from the newsroom. Kishalai, first to you with regards to what's the trigger point of this entire controversy? What's the position that the government has taken on the border fencing issue?
Shawan, it's very shocking that Mamata Banerjee's government is not agreeing to understand the urgency of these fencings. The infiltration issue is one of the biggest issue in West Bengal today. There has been several attacks, several mishaps caused by infiltrators and terrorists coming from the other side of the border, from Bangladesh. Now, there is a conspiracy from the West Bengal government. What they're exactly doing is they are trying to offer stupendously low amount of price for the land that is supposed to be handed over by the landowners, and the landowners are saying that though we agree that these fences should come up, though we agree that we should give this land, but the amount that is being offered by the state government is impossible to accept. So this is a conspiracy by the state government. According to the BJP, the state government is intentionally offering price that cannot be accepted by these landowners, and hence the state government will approach the courts and say that we cannot do anything about it because the landowners are not agreeing to give their land. So this kind of conspiracy, according to the BJP, is just to protect the infiltrators, just to ensure that the fencings don't come up, so that so-called vote bank of Mamata Banerjee, mostly the infiltrators, can easily come from the other side of the border, vote here and go back. Also, there is a connection of cow smuggling with several TMC leaders, even top leaders of TMC have been named in cow smuggling cases. And the BJP is saying that the TMC doesn't want this cow smuggling to stop and the infiltration to stop. Therefore, Mamata Banerjee is hell-bent to stop any kind of effort that would help in building the fencings around these border areas, which are still now not fenced as we speak. And infiltration goes on in many parts of these areas, including Nodia, including North Bengal, Jalpaiguri, Dokhin and Uttar Chobbish Pargona, and several other districts. Shawan.
Kishalai, I want to take this forward by asking you with regards to what's the position that the centre has taken on this entire matter, because if you compare the situation in other northeastern states, it seems that there is a joint collaboration when it comes to the fencing issue. What's the position that the centre has taken on this entire matter? How much of the fencing has already been completed, and how long perhaps it would take for a complete fencing of the West Bengal border?
Shawan, the centre has taken a stern stand. They have been repeatedly asking the state government to hand over enough land to build these fencings. We've seen Home Minister Amit Shah, whenever he has visited West Bengal in past several months or years, he has taken up this issue. He has spoken about how this process of infiltration through these porous borders needs to be stopped and fencing needs to be built up. On the other hand, we have also seen the BJP holding a press conference today. While holding that press conference, BJP spokesperson clearly hit out at Mamata Banerjee's government, saying that she, on the behest of these infiltrators, doesn't want these fencings to come up, and hence, therefore, she has been conspiring to stop all the process of procurement of lands by offering a land deal that is impossible to be accepted by the landowners. On the other hand, Calcutta High Court has wrapped Mamata Banerjee's government, saying that this process needs to be completed as soon as possible and the land needs to be handed over for building these fences to the central government as soon as possible.
Well, thank you very much, Kishale, for getting us the latest details. In fact, a story that we'll be tracking very closely coming up at 8 p.m. The matter as to whether at all politics is being played on this entire issue. That's all that we could pack in this edition of This Is Exclusive. Coming up trending on the other side.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध, MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
अरे टेंशन किस बात की? सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना, लो एमिशन है, हाई डेंसिटी है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी, टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है। यानी ये है जहां नो टेंशन वहां।
प्रीमियम प्लस बाय सेंचुरी प्रोवुड।
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े। क्या निराला MDH मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
MDH।
Whose backyard is Iran? It's nobody's backyard, yet there are vital stakes there for the Chinese, for the Russians, the Americans. It is the oil cockpit of the world, and America wants to control the outflow. The problem is, sir, that Iran is not Venezuela. Iran can hit back and hit back hard. None of its capabilities to hit back have been degraded in the slightest degree. And Donald Trump had to eat crow and back off and start looking for off-ramps. The first off-ramp he chose was they had threatened to hang some 850 citizens, and because I pressurized them, they said they are not hanging them. They've said, the Supreme Court of Iran has said, yes, we will hang them. Off-ramp gone. So what does Donald Trump do? To save face, he starts moving in huge armadas. The Chairman, Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States clearly told Donald Trump that, look, we thought there would be an overthrow of the regime, there would be chaos, and we would need only a small force level to deliver the coup de grace. Now that that has not happened, we'll have to increase force levels if you still want to go ahead with it. Frankly, it would be highly immature and foolish if United States still decided to go in. There is no surprise any longer. In June last year, United States had gained surprised by the perfidy of saying we are going to have talks, and then they attacked while the talks had just started. So they were able to surprise the Iranians, who didn't want to really go in for a fight, right? But the simple fact is, now they know it is a question of survival.
Mamata government claimed residents would not give up land to fence the border. Republic investigation exposes Mamata government's claim. Bangladesh border conspiracy, biggest threat to national security. Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
This World Cup is a joke. What are these cricket boards doing? First, Bangladesh started sulking. We kicked them out. And then Pakistan said it would walk out. Now, the Pakistanis are saying that we are going to use the opportunity that Indian broadcasters give us to wear black armbands. A few months after Operation Sindoor, we are allowing a compromise of our national interest in the name of India-Pakistan cricket. We must write to the ICC and tell them we will not play any match with Pakistan, whether on Indian soil or in Sri Lanka, if they are going to be wearing black armbands. This is the Pakistani cricket team turning a cricket match into a protest opportunity on behalf of Asif Munir, and us allowing Asif Munir to do what he wants through the Pakistan cricket team. We must not allow it. The BCCI must not cooperate. The ICC must put its foot down.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
अरे टेंशन किस बात की? सेंचुरी प्रोवुड का प्रीमियम प्लस है ना, लो एमिशन है, हाई डेंसिटी है, वाटर रेजिस्टेंट भी, टर्माइट एंड बोरो रेजिस्टेंट भी है। यानी ये है जहाँ नो टेंशन वहाँ।
प्रीमियम प्लस बाय सेंचुरी प्रोवुड।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
मुस्कुराए लड़खड़ाए जिंदगी, चाहे जो भी हो।
सर, पेशेंट के लिए कौन सा रूम प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
जिंदगी भर के प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता। टाटा AIG हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, विद यू लाइक फैमिली, विद यू ऑलवेज।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला।
delicious, healthy every day.
Simple terms. The Russians have clearly warned America thus far and no further. And if you think that we will do nothing when there is an existential regime to one of our very close allies, Iran, well then you are barking up the wrong tree. And they have supplied Kinzhal hypersonic missiles to Iran, with the help of which these Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, with its own hypersonic missiles, Iran can sink the Abraham Lincoln and many capital ships. And look at the media disaster that would be. Donald Trump doesn't want to put boots on the ground. He can't afford to. Not in Iran. Not in Iran, not even in Venezuela. So he wants a quick, easy, telematic victory. Looks damn good on television. You know, quick in, quick out. But in Iran, if he attacks Iran, he is going to get into a battle of attrition for which the United States is simply not prepared. It lacks the industrial capacity. Let me explain. The production capacity of the Patriot missiles, which are needed for air defense, missile defense, is about 550 to 600 per year. Russia can produce 800 Kinzhal missiles a year. To stop every Kinzhal missile, you will need 2 Patriot missiles. You don't have the capacity even for Ukraine. So can you do it for Ukraine? Can you do it for Iran? And what if China decides this is the best time to go for Taiwan then? Will you be able to protect Taiwan? Will you be able to protect American bases in the Pacific? I mean, this hasn't been thought through. Israel, to save itself from the missiles of Iran, which cost $50 billion in June last year of worth of damage, if it has to go for the THAAD missiles, $1 billion a battery, $12 to $14 billion per missile, at a time when the American economy is heading for trouble, can the United States afford this profligate expenditure? I don't think anybody has done any rational thinking